Welcome back to the very last Good Talk, our recap and Q&A show where we discuss the game that we just played and answer all your burning questions, both Warhammer and otherwise. We, of course, just came off of a fantastic game, the first of many, between the Tabletop Titans and Mr. Liam Dempsey. How you doing, Liam?
I'm depressed right now. I'm just sad.
Oh, dude. The game literally came down to one combat.
No, do you know what? I think he probably had it anyway.
Yeah.
But it would have been a completely different score.
For sure.
Right?
For sure.
And I actually felt, when I got the charge, I felt very confident. And I think that's probably what did me over there. Like, the dice gods went, no.
Yeah.
That's not how it works.
You were so sure.
Yeah, I was really
Well, especially
sure.
when I was like, oh, he doesn't have an invul. And you're like, oh.
Yeah. I forgot about the 5-up for no pain, to be fair, and you did tell me. But then it was like when you CP re-rolled the save and didn't get it, I was like, it's going to happen. This is going to happen.
Yeah.
It's going to be the best. Yeah, then you went ahead and went.
Oh my god, it was so close. That was nuts. But yeah, that is true. It's definitely a game where the final score is not the story of the game, which happens in the big swings.
But I think when you, like, in all seriousness, when you play, so it was melee heavy wolves versus melee heavy world eaters, and I feel like when you play that kind of game, you're just typically going to see it be a very one-sided score, even if that wasn't what actually happened on the tabletop.
Yeah.
Just because that's just how it's going to go.
Yeah.
So.
Someone's going to push through,
Yeah.
blow through. It's a very interesting game. We had some big losses on either side, kind of trading back and forth.
Yeah.
You know, we do, you know, on the channel like to talk about who's your MVP, who gets like, the metric depends from person to person. But
All my stuff was rubbish.
Oh, it was
It
terrible.
was all rubbish.
Karn was.
He's really good, right?
He was good.
What makes me sad about him, I think he probably was MVP still, but what makes me sad about him is I don't have to. I choose to take him instead of Karn because Karn's just so bad.
Yeah.
Like, his rules are just terrible. Like, I don't know who wrote those rules and went, this is a great set of rules here. Let's stick these out for the most frightening world eater that exists.
Why does he have a 2 damage weapon?
Yeah. And he does more damage to his own guys.
Yeah.
Right? With the Betrayer.
Yeah.
Just murders his own people. And then you can go, oh, what I could do is I can make this 4 mortal wound monster.
Yeah.
I think it makes me sad. However, he always does well.
Oh, he's amazing.
Like picking up single Thunderwolf with each swing.
That was so huge.
like that.
And the rerolls is big too.
Yeah, it's good.
Because then it's less spiky, and you can decide how greedy you want to be with it. And this game is, I think, being like rerolling for those 6s, totally the right call. Because I'm getting 4-ups, I have high invulns, so just go for those 6s.
Well, people do it with Abaddon, right? Abaddon with Drachnay, that you fish for those 6s for the D3 mortal wounds.
Yeah.
So the fact that he can just do a flat 4 mortal wounds, why wouldn't you fish for those same 6s? It just makes sense. He's so terrible. People are so frightened of him as well.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm so sort of down on the fact that he's just that much better than Karn. But
Yeah.
he was probably my MVP, to be fair.
Yeah, I think so.
How about you?
That's a good question, actually. I feel like things like generally did what they needed to.
Yeah.
The Thundercav were okay. I don't think it's them. Bjorn was the good one I needed him to be
I think your Wolfguard Terminators, your Assault Terminators, if you think about what they did,
Yeah,
they dominated a flank and then came in and caused me problems on my home objective. They did quite well
that's true.
with the Lightning Claws.
Yeah. Maybe it was them, honestly. And I think shout out to the Blood Claws, because they just like did what they needed to.
They're really good with 5 attacks each.
Amazing. Even when you nerf them to 4, they're still decent. But yeah, I'll give it to the Terminators, actually. You're right. They just walked across the whole field, just chop, 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 chop.
Yeah, I don't think I expected. So I loaded that side of the field with my Mauler Fiends. I don't think I expected them to fall over so quickly.
Right.
Like, I thought there'd be another turn of them causing you problems, and then you might start coming around that flank. But because they fell over so quickly, they just left those Terminators to go, this is ours now, and just went marching down the side.
It was a very high like volatility couple combats in the beginning. The Mauler Fiends, the Dreadnoughts, like literally one more hit on either side, just like instant kill some of these things.
Yeah.
You know, a turn sooner.
Yeah.
So super fun game.
Loved it.
Great time.
Loved it.
Of course, this is the last kind of day of the old schedule. Monday we're going to be starting the new schedule, so keep your eyes and ears tuned on that. And Liam's going to be here all the way through Thursday, so we're going to be doing lots of shows with him. Tuesday we're going to be doing morning show with Liam, evening show on our channel. Wednesday it's going to be back-to-back talk shows around middle of the day, our time. And then Thursday is going to be morning show with Liam, and then Thursday show on our channel. So definitely, if you guys want to see more of this content, next week's going to be totally packed. But,
Yeah. I'm in both Tuesday, both Wednesday, and one on Thursday, right?
Yep, yeah. Exactly. So
Super excited. Otherwise, I'm just going to be here terrorizing you anyway,
Oh, for sure.
even during the other shows.
We're gonna take you out tomorrow and show you some California.
Yeah,
Mm,
I'm excited.
Well, if you guys have any questions, let us know. As it is, though, we know we have lots to get to.
Yes, we do. Thank you, Skagerrekt. I said this earlier, but today is my B-Day, and I'm in a Space Wolves main, so don't lose. We did it!
This was Liam's birthday gift to you.
I got you back. Yeah, it wasn't you won, I lost.
Yep, exactly.
Thank you, Dave B. So, airport and flight fun, Liam? No complaints?
Yeah, it was good. It was actually really good.
Really?
Yeah. We flew to Canada in April, May to see mini wargaming, and it wasn't the greatest experience I've ever had on a plane. So this time I actually paid a little bit more for premium economy. Yeah. That is what people want to be doing if they fly out here. It was lovely.
That's amazing.
It was so comfortable.
Was it direct or?
Yeah, it was direct. So it was 10 and a half hours.
That's the way to go.
I'd rather do that though, yeah.
But that's why I sort of bought the bigger seat. Yeah. Like I'd rather go direct and buy the bigger seat than it was just comfortable.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Did you fly out of Heathrow though?
Yeah.
Oh.
I got stuck in there once.
No, I got stuck in the UK I was coming from Africa, so I only had clothes for Africa. It was December in the UK, and like United just like decided nope, and I got stuck there for 5 days. Like had to take the tube home, and we
were at the boarding gate for the plane in Heathrow, which is obviously full of Americans coming back. And they did nothing but complain about how terrible Heathrow is. And I was like, I thought this airport was a good one. Apparently it's not.
No.
Apparently it's not a good airport.
I avoid Heathrow at all costs. At all costs.
Well, you were also on the tarmac for like 4 hours.
Oh yeah, no, I was on the tarmac for 13 hours.
Oh, 13 hours.
So it was like, it was snowing, and so Heathrow just lost control of its entire self. We like got out, and then they were like, we finally got de-iced, and they're like, well, the pilot's been on the plane too long.
Yeah,
and can't.
So he's out of hours.
Yeah, so it took 4 hours to get us a jet bridge, though, to get off the plane. So they like served all the meals, and like we were just sitting there. I had been in the field for like 6 months.
Nightmare.
Yeah,
and then you were like, hey, we should get like our flight back or something. And they're like, nope. In the like refund policy, it says we're not liable for acts of God.
I was like, this is not an act of God.
Snowing in England is an act of God.
Yes.
You can't be like a largely atheist country and then throw acts of God at me. Oh, I was so angry. But yeah, then luckily I had a friend who lived in London because I had to stay there for it took 5 days for them to get me on a plane.
Craziness.
So, Dave B, that's how my flight went 5 years ago. Fun fact. Thank you, Frosty Otter. Hey, Titans, longtime Space Wolves player, soon to be World Eaters. So great to see two of my favorite factions on the table.
How appropriate. And we learned how similar they are today.
Oh, I'm super excited about the new World Eaters Codex. Like, they're not bad now because they basically use that Chaos Space Marine core codex right now.
Yeah.
But it'll be really nice for them to get a lot more of their own flavour. I'm excited for that.
Exactly. Super stoked for it.
Well, thank you, Lehman Russ. Blood for the Blood God. Come on, Liam. Win for Brits.
Wait, but Lehman Russ said
Tuesday.
This was a warm-up game, y'all.
Yeah.
Thank you, Morgan McDonald. Of course, when Liam visits, you make him fight the space pugs.
Space pugs.
I don't like pugs.
I didn't know that,
fair.
actually.
They're not. They shouldn't exist.
No, they shouldn't. They can't. They have a tough time existing.
Well, okay, so you don't like pugs, but how do you feel about French bulldogs? Because that's Adrian's love.
I like full bulldogs.
Full bulldogs.
English bulldogs a lot.
Yeah, they're not too bad. Pugs are essentially the equivalent of animal cruelty.
Yeah.
Yes. So that's my problem with
Like legitimately as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Right?
Like I love them,
Nope.
but I don't want to support their existence. But they already exist. So.
I'm not allowed to say what I say.
No.
No.
You're not.
Move on. Move on.
Thank you, Gaz B. Liam looks like he should be playing the bearded mohawk haircut Space Wolves, but we all know he long ago sold his soul to corn.
It's true.
That is very true.
How's that working out for you?
Wow. Yeah, all right.
Thank you, Rimini. Hey, Liam, you never mentioned you'd be stateside.
I know. I kept it quiet.
Yeah,
I made a big secret of it. Didn't share it once.
Shocking. That's you, though. You're just a very quiet guy.
I'm really withdrawn, reserved, polite.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ishpolk. Painting up some Black Templars for my first competitive tournament, playing a mix of shooty and stabby guys. Any good tips how to do okay as BT in the current metal?
So Black Templars?
Yeah.
Okay. Black Templars, for me, have always been a utility army. People think of them as melee, but they're not. Like, they have melee. They also have shooting. They have the way, getting a unit objective secured for a CP in the command phase, which is amazing. So you can like snipe away objectives. You of course have push. It's all like movement-based stuff. So I think one of the main reasons Space Marines are suffering right now is, frankly, their secondaries. You know, how much of that determines about the game right now. And Black Templar, they don't have amazing extra secondaries. So I think a lot of it becomes about, as always, playing in a way that you can play regardless of who your opponent is, and your list can help sort of inform this, right? So I really like the Phobos units, like Infiltrators, a lot right now, because they let you do a lot of the like raise the banners, like retrieve Nephilim data and things like that, and you can guerrilla warfare, pick them up, put them down. So I think they're great for that. I think Vanguard vets are also great for kind of these similar sorts of things, where you could also like do engage on all fronts pretty reliably as you like yeet them forwards and hold 2 back flanks. So look at these kind of secondaries and how you can build them into your list that don't really care who your opponent is. You don't want to count on like having to take no prisoners or assassinate or, you know, the psychic ones, right? So that's what I would really look for. And I think Shock Assault is kind of just a easier long war, unfortunately. It's just like take an objective that you didn't hold for like 3 points. It's just better. Yeah, so I would play towards that.
I like loading up like the Sword Brethren in Crusader squads, or equivalent with some of the cool relics. Like, I feel like you have to be prepared to spend a couple of CP on cool relics and then just be expected to lose Crusaders. But they're a delivery system for the guys with the big, like that's, like often I see people with big like 15, 20 man Crusader squads, they don't want to lose guys. Well, that's literally ablative wounds to get your Sword Brother in there.
Yeah,
so.
exactly. And same for the Blade Guard veterans.
They can trade okay actually for Space Marines. They trade all right on objectives. Templars do. Yeah, exactly. But don't expect them to set the world on fire with their melee either.
No, it's not what you think. Right?
And I think I'd always take the 5-up Invern mini transhuman like Val every time. I think it's very rare I would not take that one competitively.
If you were like doing a lot of Terminators, you'd want to get cover and not.
Yeah, of course, absolutely.
But I don't think that's really the build to go for, anyways. You know.
Yeah.
Redemptors are also amazing with them too.
I also feel like the need for cover is less prevalent now Armor of Contempt exists.
Kind of. You can like lean into it a lot, but yeah.
Yeah, you can double down on it to make your save really good, but I just feel like it's less prevalent now that you've got Armor of Contempt, so I would just not worry about the cover and take that all the time.
Totally fair. Yeah.
Well, thank you. I Ain't Doc. Welcome to the Bay, Liam.
It's nice here, actually.
Yeah?
I've not seen much of it yet.
Have you seen water yet?
Only in the bottle.
Only in the bottle. Got it. So I haven't seen the Bay.
No.
Thank you, Specs. Not sure I'll be able to watch the whole stream live. Busy day of catch-up post-work hell week.
Oof.
But hope Liam has a great first stream of Mayhem stream week. Love to see another Specs height human in the stream. Represent.
Yeah. Tall boys.
We do not like the tall boys, though, because they really mess with our cameras.
Yeah, you guys probably saw the 3/4 camera today. How it was like off, because he's like, you're taller than John apparently.
Meg was very upset about the fact she had to move the camera again.
Yeah, she didn't. She hates moving things.
I hate doing my job.
Yeah.
Also, thank you again, Specs. Also, just had to add in that Liam's army is gorgeous. Great job, man.
Yeah, it's really pretty. Actually.
Super cool.
It's amazing. There's the guy. So the army was done by a guy called James at a studio called Blazing Brush Studio, which is a tiny little studio in Wales, in the UK.
Oh, wow.
So he's like a one-man operation.
That's cool.
And I found it on eBay when I first started doing YouTube ages ago as a full army for sale. Bought it, got in touch with him, got him to add more to it. But he's one, like, if you guys want some commission work done, especially UK-bound people, super reasonable, really nice guy, and he made the whole thing. Did all the conversions, everything.
That's amazing.
Yeah, really good
so
guy.
Good. Oh.
That's awesome. Thank you, Gladiator Group Gaming. Blood for the Blood God.
Yes.
Hey guys, love to see World Eaters on the table. What do you want to see for new World Eaters rules, mechanics, legion traits, relics, etc.?
Totally. Big questions.
Yeah, that's hard. Like, I feel like the way that the Berserkers are specifically in the new White Dwarf is quite close to what I'd want to see.
Yeah.
They simplified it a lot, right? So we did lose fighting twice, which was always great for movement. Movement shenanigans in old World Eaters was basically how I won most of the games.
Yeah.
So, but simplifying it down to like 5 attacks and better APs, I'm actually quite happy with that. I'd like to see more World Eaters dedicated. Like, I want the Thousand Suns Death Guard treatment.
Yes, exactly.
With units like Blight Lords, but they'd be actual Red Butchers, rather than a 2 CP strat. Actual Red Butchers, or some other kind of fast World Eaters unit. And I think that we need to. I personally I prefer to lean into relics and warlord traits that allow you to make a cool single frightening hero. I just prefer that rather than an aura or a buff personally. For world eaters anyway, you want that one terrifying berserker champion or like chaos lord or whatever. That's where I'd like to go. And of course, we've seen that new lord Invocatus, I think he's called today. It's just going to be
amazing.
He just looks incredible.
That was one of the things I was hoping we would see was some sort of like juggernaut unit. I'd love to see like a actual like mounted juggernaut unit, but the new lord of juggernaut is fantastic.
See, it's interesting. I wonder if like guys like berserkers on juggernauts as a unit sounds cool, but I wonder if it takes away from the lord having the juggernaut.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you'd see like world eaters bikers, bespoke world eaters bikers or something like that, which would be super cool.
That'd be sick, actually. I could see that because then it's kind of a return to what all the lords used to be able to take like their demonic steed, like the palanquin of Nurglings, or the seeker, or the screamer, the disc, and so that actually makes a lot of sense.
We saw those Necromunda bikes come out recently.
Yep.
And I instantly wanted to buy loads and convert them into world eaters bikes, and I only haven't because we haven't seen the codex.
Yeah, totally.
I have no idea because
you might not have bikes.
Death Guard and Thousand Sons don't get access to Chaos bikes.
That was the thing. So right before, at the end of 7th edition, I had just finished my Death Guard army. It was like all bikes. Because Nurgle bikes were super tough.
They were really good.
They were really good. And then the book dropped, and I was like, oh no!
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, it was horrible. I was like, yeah, maybe wait on that.
Yeah, that's why, because I was like, they are definitely world eaters bikers right there. And I was like, I'm not going to do it just in case.
For sure.
But that would be cool. You know, that would be super cool.
That'd be amazing.
Snack break?
Snack break, yeah. What? Liam, you see anything you like here?
I don't know.
You don't know? No. You ever had a Taki?
Who?
Taki. So, this is more North American, let's say. But it's classic. Ugh.
That was going to go horribly awry.
I know. They're kind of spicy.
Oh, right, okay. This is like a giant. I thought there's like little bags inside this.
No.
No.
Oh, no. This is just one
Adrian
portion.
got the Fiesta size.
I got the Fiesta size because it's a Fiesta.
What is it? Just a crisp?
They're like
a
crisps.
chip. You call them chips, don't you? Not crisps.
Yeah.
This one's like actually good.
Oh, this is like my new favourite.
I do like that one. It's good, right?
Oh, this is good snack.
Yeah. No, we're not Mikey. We're not trying to just torture you, okay? We're trying to like treat you nice too.
Mikey
this is a
tortures-
classic snack. Very California.
Mikey tortures me every week
That's
just
fair.
by being on stream.
Harsh but fair.
Well, thank you, ElecMan24. I'm an Age of Sigmar player with enough interest in 40k, or at least the models, to invest. Any advice on learning to play and build lists? If it helps, I'm looking to start with salamanders. They're tough.
Great question. So like ways to get started in investing.
I think it's ways to start learning to play and build lists.
Absolutely. Good question. Tough question.
That's a hard one. I literally learned some of the latest editions before I started being a YouTuber by watching YouTube videos. So I was originally watching, before you guys existed, like mini wargaming, table tactics. That was a super interesting way of learning loosely the core structure of the game. Mm-hmm. So that's all it's like. I mean, he's already started. He's watching streams. So you'll get an idea of the core mechanics.
I agree.
I think start small as well. Like limit your data sheets to start with. And what I always advise people is scrap stratagems, scrap relics, scrap warlord traits, base data sheets to start with.
Yep.
I'd
I'd almost get rid of psychic too to start.
If he's salamanders, I probably would, because it's not going to really make a massive difference to him.
Yeah.
But if you limit yourself to a troop or two's data sheets, a HQ, a couple of other units, and then layer in and just sort of slowly build it up.
Yeah.
I always advise people as well.
Here's what I found.
I always advise people, well, if you find yourself a local gaming group, normally they've got people that are more than prepared to help you learn the game.
Yeah.
Mine does anyway, so
No.
I don't know.
That's very true.
That's hard otherwise.
I think, you said the main things that I would think to do, which is you can read the rule book, but without watching games and playing games, it takes a lot longer to kind of absorb. So just getting the rhythm and the sense of it from watching shows, I think, is really helpful. And reducing the units. I really think those are the top two.
You learn more from playing than you'll ever learn from watching.
Yeah.
So when I'm learning a new army, I'll often book a local GT and just go and play 5 games over a weekend. By the end of that weekend, you know the data sheets and you know where you went wrong.
Right. 100%. Well said.
Well, thank you, Blackbird374. As far as Adrian knows, my wardrobe is like an anime character's with only Titan shirts I wear for GTs. 25% off all week. Time to stock up.
That's right. Whenever I see me, it's like a different colored like Sisters shirt. He plays Sisters, so he's literally just a cartoon character.
Thank you again, Blackbird. Membership gifting is a great way to support the channel and to make sure Adrian gets enough coffee every day, paid for by people who like coffee.
That's right. We greatly appreciate it. Look, if you guys didn't, I would literally not have any coffee. It's true.
Some of us didn't get any coffee.
Yeah, Mel likes coffee as well. Did you know that?
I didn't.
Some of us watched as Adrian drank the rest of their coffee on stream.
It was a very busy morning. Okay, we had to go get treats and donuts and everything. And so we didn't have time to make more coffee. Might need to get some coffee before we go to dinner.
Thank you, Captain Mannerings.
Hey.
Ben?
Ben?
His name's Ben.
What's up, Ben?
Great. A up me ducks. Liam, how is the bigger studio? And did you get to discuss today's announcements with the Titans? Go Cornflakes.
I have got massive studio envy. Massive studio envy. I'm yeah.
He's not that big.
No, it's it.
I'm not gonna.
We're very happy with our studio.
We have a beautiful studio. I do remember having to like time our games around Brian's wife's laundry schedule because we used to be.
I have a one-car garage, which is not like US size one-car garage,
No.
as you know, you've been in it, right?
I have, yeah.
And every 9 o'clock, whilst we're on stream, you can hear the hoovering, the vacuuming, going on above. So we don't even time it around the schedule. She just vacuums.
It just happens.
Yeah. And I feel like she never vacuumed before 9 o'clock before I started streaming as well. No, that's done on purpose.
Probably.
Thank
Me
you.
ducks? Sorry.
Also, but what I up me ducks? What does that mean?
Hey, up me ducks, yeah.
What do you mean you don't know? You don't know? Oh. It's like a...
Did I just say something horrible?
No. Hey up is like hello.
Okay.
And then duck is like a pet name for people in the UK.
Oh.
Well, in the north of the UK.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Well, thank you, Inquisitor Vex. Death to the false emperor.
Wow, hurtful. Like, I was gonna say something positive, but I can't.
Thank you, Steady Breck. After watching Art of War vid and ranking Space Marines C tier and below, what do they need to do to be S tier? Points reductions, bigger punch, durability. P.S. Hi, Liam.
Hi. I feel like points reductions probably would do something for Space Marines.
They do something.
Because they don't typically hit very hard, do they now?
No.
Armor of Contempt definitely helped, but if you look at like Games Workshop released that MetaWatch article last week, which claimed Marines had like a 43% win rate or something.
It was them and Admic that were the lowest.
Yeah, it's not a great place for the poster boys of the hobby to be in,
Crazy,
really.
right?
Yeah, it's low.
I can't believe. Like, I was so shocked.
Yeah. Well, in my opinion, part of the mistake of Armor of Contempt was like, Sisters of Battle still get it, and like all these other armies that are like already good got it on top.
Yeah.
So you're still pushing the common man down. I think the secondaries need to change. They're just not great. Like I said, the Shock Tactics one is still kind of based around like being in the middle and taking objectives, and I don't know, it's not amazing. Oath got hurt, so it's not amazing either. They're just not good secondaries, and so much of Nephilim is decided by how you can play your secondaries. So I think that points.
I feel like Marines also have a very one-dimensional play style on the whole. Like you really need a skew army like Space Wolves to be able to do something different than the standard. I've got some Eradicators and I've got some Infiltrators, and I find like I've played Marines a few times at GTs over this last sort of year or so, and I find you can very easily, especially if you know them, pick apart the bits that are going to hit you, and then they can't do it. You kill the Blade Guard, you kill the Eradicators, they've not really got much left to do. Like that's just, and they've got some Redemptors. Like we just explained everyone's Space Marine list in one go.
No,
that means they're in a bad place, right? When they've got a book that's thicker than everybody else's and more data sheets than everyone, and you go, yeah, well, you can have to Blade Guard, Eradicators, and Redemptor. People go, that's a problem.
Yeah.
If that's just the auto-take data sheets.
They need revamp, honestly.
They do.
I know.
Yeah, they do.
Don't say Space Marines 2.0 or people will start throwing stuff.
I'm
not saying we need that,
I didn't say it. But you could again, points is a great way of internal balancing things. Make things cheaper that are just not seeing play for points, and you might start to see them.
Well, thank you, Luke Colley.
Hey.
Just wanted to say you're all awesome and love this group.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. You're awesome for supporting the channel.
Have you ever had beef jerky?
Yes.
Oh God. We were really trying to figure out like what American things are out there.
I think we've done pretty well. Mel, do
Okay.
you want beef jerky?
That's really why I'm asking. Yeah.
I'm not a beef jerky person, but Mel is.
I
Okay,
love
so
beef
I
jerky.
grew up like with cattle, and then we'd get cattle, and then my like family would make beef jerky in the living room for like literally 2 months. So I was used to like meat hanging in the living room.
Right.
I could have helped then, but I thought.
Yeah, are you gonna try some?
Oh yeah, I like beef jerky.
Smells good.
Oh.
It smells like happy.
Right. And we took him to barbecue last night.
It was an okay barbecue place.
I just wanted all the meat.
Yeah, just meat. Meat.
Okay. Oh, I guess I need to read something.
If you insist.
They're too nice, by the way.
What's that?
They're
These?
too nice. Yeah,
Yeah, that's your new.
We also got you flaming Cheetos. I heard you like those.
they're my favorite.
This one we already know you
Do
want.
they beat? Does Takis beat Flaming Hot Cheetos?
I think flaming hot Cheetos is going to still be the favorite.
We taste test it. We need a competition, or do we not want to open it?
We can open it. We can
Yeah.
also save it for later.
Okay.
I'm not saying it.
Thank you, Connor Daughtery. I haven't seen such a union between the Americans and the British since World War II, or when the Titans went to England. Will we see Orc v Orc or an AdMech v AdMech? Excited for the streams this week here and on Liam's channel.
Heck yeah, it's gonna be awesome. I don't know about Orc v Orc or AdMech v AdMech.
Use your words.
Me duck. But we're gonna be doing a lot of games. It's gonna be a ton of fun, and we'll definitely see Orcs next week in the Narrative Crusade Orc games. It's gonna be awesome. Happy October. It's such a happy month. Look, we've got
Adrian's
Halloween and Orcs in the same month. It's amazing.
It was my
Adrian's
favorite thing.
favorite.
I said I'd probably try. Well, I intend to come over once a year,
Yeah.
at least.
Canadian annual.
Aren't you moving here? I thought we were never sending you back.
No, eventually, yeah.
Once a year.
When I can
Partners
afford
in
to.
chat just
Yeah.
before you say.
When I can afford to, come over to the channel and support us. When I can afford to.
That's fair.
Thank you, Michael Cody. Why hasn't Adrian ever mentioned that gifted subs are a great way to support the channel until now? Get it together.
Yeah, I don't know if you know Michael Cody, but they are a great way to support the channel.
The greatest way,
The greatest way.
some might say.
Yeah. And you should totally do it.
Keep
Click on
stalling,
it.
she's still eating.
It's great, and you can get it. Someone can try the membership and see if they like it, and maybe they'll stick around, and it's great.
Okay, my bad. Thank you, Ginja Steve. Liam, he's our man. He can't swear on the AM or he'll get a ban. Come on, Liam. Mate, we're all thought you were a winner. You're playing Space Marines.
Ginger Steve is a legend.
Ginger Steve is a legend as well. And I can't use the other words I'd like to use to describe Ginger Steve.
Yeah, he's a right proper person.
Mm.
A legend.
We'll just use the word legend for now.
Thanks, Ginger Steve. Appreciate it.
It's amazing, by the way. It's incredible. If you guys are in chat right now, it's amazing to see so many people that support my stream so frequently coming and hanging out with you guys as well.
cool.
So that's thank you.
They're
You're all
good people,
heroes.
man.
Well,
People.
Thank you, Paul Greer. Guys, have you seen the Orktober Cromlech Orcs? They look so good, I had to get most of their selections. Do you guys have AOS Mortals Army?
Funny you should say that. Yes. Yes. I'm trying not to spoil Sigmar. I don't know what Zach wants to say or not say about Sigmar, but there will be one of the armies will have lots of mortals in it. But then separately, don't have a ton, but we're actually actively working on it. For Khorne, just telling Liam, we recently bought a whole army of Khorne mortals, so those are going to be on soon. And then right now I'm working on more Maggotkin mortals to add to that. So we'll do that, and then they're all in progress. We have pretty much all the models except for the Zine twins, because it's kind of limited. I'm not crazy about the Carrick acolytes. I like the Zangors, but I don't really like the acolytes that much. But for the other three factions, we're actively working on building them up.
there's some nice stuff on that October thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah. Orktober Cromlech.
No, you are not allowed any more orcs.
What? I need them.
Doesn't even know what they are.
But I need them already. I
Yeah.
know I need them because they're called orcs.
Oh no, I clicked on the Spiky Bits link. Now my phone doesn't work.
Yeah, that's it now.
Here it is, here it is.
You're in the deep dark hole of spiky bits now.
That's horrible. Rob Bear has my soul. Oh, these are dope. Very, very cool. I have to get some of these. Ooh. This is good content.
Thank you, Paul Greer. Oh, already did that. Thank you, Paul Gray.
Oh, interesting.
Nothing wrong with fielding 200 guardsmen and 2,000 points, unless you're playing tournaments and need to move between tables.
So Paul, he has a problem.
Really?
He actually has a problem.
Guardsman problem.
He has got more guard than I've ever seen ever.
Wow.
He's saying that because at an event not too long ago, he took 200 guardsmen.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I know.
How's his back doing?
Some deployments, he couldn't fit them all on. So he'd have to walk them on from reserve as they were dying. Paul has a problem. Like an actual problem.
Well, it sounds like Paul's problem's going to get worse.
100% going to get worse.
That's amazing.
We have a support group, Paul. Thank you, Dakota Templars. Sorry. For Liam, when playing World Eaters, how would you feel to have a detachment of Blood Crushers led by the new HQ Lord on Juggernaut? Can we see that?
So I almost, when I was coming out here, I was going to try and squeeze a load of Khorne demons into the case as well, but I just ran out of space because I was not going to bring anything that I couldn't bring on to carry on because I just don't trust the whole luggage. So once I told you, I brought basically all my World Eaters mostly. I left a Rhino, a Mauler Fiend, and some other bits behind. Like I didn't dare put a Lord Discordant in that case.
No.
But otherwise, I am really excited to try 25% Khorne demons. Now they're also pretty terrifying in a World Eaters list.
They're super scary.
Yeah, it'd be amazing. And Blood Crushers, I think, have a real place in my army because they're just fast, and they hit like tanks now as well. They're really cool. So that'd be amazing, and he would look amazing at the head of those as well. It would be really cool if he could have some rules that would then work for them.
Right.
I don't know if they'll do that.
They've been walking it back, right? A lot of the like Demonkin stuff only works with actual Demonkin, not demons anymore.
Yeah.
It'd be cool though. That would be super cool.
It would be really amazing.
Yeah.
Demonkin was literally one of my most favourite codexes of all time.
It was amazing. I'm still shocked that they got rid of it.
I want Blood Tithe back.
Yes.
I love Blood
It
Tithe.
was so good.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. So I'm into it. Yeah, I'm more than happy to add those things in the future.
Yeah.
So.
Awesome, thank you. Caldorf, it's my 2-year Emperor B-Day. I'm going to pretend all the additional content coming is my B-Day present. No way to keep up now. Welcome, Liam. Hope you get some Chicago pizza.
Pizza. Caldorf is definitely on there.
Oh, is he? I just wondered. It's been 2 years, so he might not be on there.
Caldorf.
If you can't find him now.
Oh, so he's up in the center, up next to Josh,
Yeah,
to
I
the
see
left
him
of
now.
Josh.
Go up with your hand.
That requires
Above
me to see
Cody.
Josh.
Okay, left.
Left.
Up.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah.
Caldorf.
There you go,
found him.
Caldorf.
There
All
you go.
caps too.
You get a sticker.
Yeah. I think
Liam,
you're behind this leaf.
you can just put up your own sticker.
That's not what. You don't pay to come and put up your own sticker.
Put up your own sticker.
It'd be fun. We'll film it.
Now
Thank
you
you.
make content.
Thank you, Scythan Nilo. Hi, and thanks for all your work, Titans. I'm new to AOS, new to Seraphins, opinions, hints on my first list. 3x20 Saurus W with spears, 10 skinks, 10 S Knights, Carno, Old Blood, Sunny, Bastillodon, Stegodon.
This is a really cool list. I like it. It feels very classic. So Seraphon, formerly known as the Lizardmen, have a lot of like pseudo-abusive lists. Some of the ones that are doing really well are just very, very shooty right now. So I think, you're clearly of the same mindset that we generally are. Is like we don't usually like to do that kind of stuff. But I think you could supplement what you have with, frankly, it's more Bastillodons, so more shooting, which is crazy, and a bigger unit or two of the skinks, and you can kind of give them a bunch of buffs, and that's something that's been pretty consistently good throughout recent Sigmar. And of course, Lord Croak is pretty amazing. He's a dope model too, though.
He's a great model. I do think, though, you need to increase the amount of models you have to hold objectives, right? So you definitely need to increase the amount of skinks you have.
Yeah.
Just right now, with the current AOS meta, you need lots of bodies to hold, and like monsters kind of got nerfed in general in terms of. I know.
Yeah.
I like my favorite runs are like 4 monsters and that's it, but they kind of got nerfed a little bit right now.
He does have a lot of Source Guard.
3x20, yeah.
But they're just a bit slow.
Yeah.
So this
I'm
game's
trying to
balance
yeah.
it out. Yeah.
Well, 4 more to go. Have you had a fruit by the foot?
A who?
A fruit by the foot. Adrian.
What's it actually called?
Isn't it a fruit by the foot?
No, it's called. I'm totally breaking. That's like their tagline. Like technically, that's what it's called. but we don't call it that.
What's we technically guess what it's called? Either it is or it isn't.
There's just a giant thing on
I
there
don't
that says.
understand.
This is like from the 90s. Oh, sorry. Have you had this?
No.
It's
literally called a fruit by the foot. It says it on the packet.
no, no, what's it called?
What are they?
It's fruit by the foot.
All right, okay, thanks.
All right, so if you unwrap it,
Look for flavour here. Wow, good marketing.
fruit by the fruit. Anyways, it's basically fruit that comes by the foot, and it just unravels like
Loads of.
this, and then you have to eat it like this.
Oh, comes by the foot as in the distance.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
And you usually like this, and you usually roll it.
It looks like it's flattering as well. There's loads of my people still in chat. I feel like I just sat here to watch me be tortured.
Delicious.
Oh,
Fruit roll-up,
fruit.
thank you.
Yeah. It's another product.
No, this is a fruit roll-up. That's foot by the fruit, foot by the loop.
All of your things is just sugar.
Yep.
It's all just sugar.
Sweet. American sweets.
How are you
This is
surprised?
classic. Like we grew up with this.
Yeah, we did.
This
They
is
used to
very
have
90s.
comics on the strips, and you would read the comics as you ate them.
That sounds cool. Why don't they do that anymore?
I don't know. I don't even know if kids even eat this anymore. It's just millennials.
Yeah, it's just millennials trying to get our
There you
youth
go.
back.
Yeah, get your mouth into it.
You can't say those things.
Not worried. Delicious.
Well,
You gave me a whole talk before the stream started.
You can have foot by the fruit. Foot by the loop.
thank you, Micah Gordon. Out of left field, how would you build, play versus knights as GSC? I always get overwhelmed by warglaves and give up too many honor points.
That's a great question. Knights used to be basically an auto win for GSC. So they've got a few big guys, and you've got your unit of whatever, saws at the time probably.
Aberrants.
Aberrants, even just mental onslaughting them. But the problem with the Armiger is like it still takes one of your big hammer units to maybe kill an Armiger. And then they've got like seven more units, right? So things I would look at. The secondary they have where you have to perform an action within 6 of the center. If they can't reach the center with just their movement, they can't do the action. So you can cover the middle with bodies or move block. Remember, they can't go over, they can go over infantry. They can't go over monsters and vehicles, I think is what it is. So you can kind of make it awkward for them to land there. And just if they can't get there, they can't do the action. So you slow them down with that.
Armor just can't walk over anything, can they?
Armor just can't walk over anything. They typically want to do it. So with the big knights, it's stupid. If you do that, you go to the center with a big knight and you perform an action, you can't do anything for the turn, so you're losing a shooting and fighting. 5 points. Just for
What?
that. Yeah, it's crazy. So you can do it with an Armiger, but it only gives you 3 points, which is still, if you do it every turn,
I still feel like that's really good.
it's still max points.
Especially when you look at like the 12 armager lists.
Yes,
Like, that's still really strong.
exactly. So if you can move block them, that is still a great way to fight knights, and GSC are excellent at that. And frankly, that's the main thing. I think you're going to get a lot of honor points, but I'll say this. The other thing that knights want to do is they want to get out of their deployment zone. They want to push forward. They actually will lose honor a lot of times if they move back towards their kind of side of the table.
Mm-hmm.
And they also lose points if you have surviving units in their deployment zone. So you're looking for all those nooks and crevices, getting tucked in there, being a pain for them, having to go back. And so it behooves you to try to get as many units as you can kind of in there, tucked in. And it's really going to help you score like the Brood Swarm secondary and stuff like that. So that is the other thing I would say.
Sounds good. People all in chat are reminding us that we didn't get him Cheese Whiz.
Who?
Spray cheese,
I thought that was a bridge too far. They wanted to get you Cheese Whiz.
which is spray cheese.
It's cheese in a can.
No. I think I draw the line
That's
there.
what I said.
I know. That's not cheese. You guys don't know cheese in this
It just
country.
seemed cruel.
You don't know cheese here. That's a fact. I had a cheese sandwich on the plane, which is United Airlines, so it's an American airline. That was not a cheese sandwich.
Why would you get a cheese sandwich?
Because that's what they offered me, cheese or so. I don't know what the other thing was. I couldn't understand her. But. So I just picked cheese because I knew what cheese was, and that was not what I knew what cheese was.
You thought you knew what cheese was.
I thought I knew what cheese was. Yeah, it's been a lie this whole time.
Well, thank you, Caldor Pugrego.
Oh.
No.
A man with a bad chin shouldn't insult a pug face.
Oh no.
But you can't see, so you don't know it's bad.
I've seen pictures of you without your beard.
It's frightening, right?
It's not as
I look
bad as
like-
I thought.
I look like Beaker from the Muppets.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, with that haircut, especially. You're leaning into the beaker look.
Of course, yeah, absolutely. Just no chin, just a straight down. That's it. That's how it goes.
Well, thank you, Zero Max KO. Hey everyone, Yanari question here. With COB as well as a host of others, I feel like I'm desperate for shooting to help my troops. Any suggestions for 500 points? D supports aren't punching through AOC.
Really?
Ooh.
Did they say troops with double O's or OU?
OU.
So Harlequin troops.
Yeah, so he's playing Yunari, which is one of the stronger flavors of Aldari right now.
Yeah.
Or Aziani, whichever one it is. That's a tough one, actually. I will forever rate Dire Avengers. Even without, what's it called? Not Bladestorm. The now all-consuming craft order tribute you can take with him.
Hail of Doom.
Yeah, even without Hail of Doom, I still feel like Dire Avengers are a really solid choice.
They're amazing.
Because 6s on that AP -4 is crazy good, right? So you're putting Marines on 6s, just about on 6s to save.
Yep.
So they're a pretty strong choice still.
I agree. And with Yunari, I think you probably want the big 10-mans of the Dire Avengers, so if they kill any of them, now you're hitting on 2s with them.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Yeah, and you can give it a single Exarch upgrade, make them obsec, which is quite tasty.
Yeah.
I don't see a lot of this, and maybe this is just me, but I'm a crazy big fan of Wraithguard with Scythe as well, because you can shoot into combat, and they're ridiculously durable. I really love charging them in and going, well, you can't do anything to me because I'm in combat, but I can still keep shooting at you. Which
John
is
really
quite
likes
tasty.
that.
Yeah.
Because they also have a surprising number of attacks.
They do.
Like,
yeah.
you think you can just charge them and tag them up? You can't. It's enough volume that, like, on the other side, ironically, as a Harlequin player, I try to tag them up. They have enough attacks that they'll fight off, like, little annoying tagging units, and then they'll just keep shooting and doing whatever they want.
Yeah.
That's cool.
You've also got, like, don't ever underestimate any form of Wind Rider. And I'd actually include Shining Spears in that as well.
Yeah,
because
I agree.
Shuriken Catapults is a crazy number of shots where you could get AP3. You can end up with AP3. Scatter Lasers, they don't have any AP, so you don't worry about armor of contempt anyway, because they haven't got any AP, but a monumental number of shots. Yeah. And then Shuriken Cannons, again, that strength 6 and that -3 is super sweet against Marines, even with armor of contempt right now. So
Very true. I think 500 points is also tough because if you're struggling against Marines, right? We're talking about how Marines are slow, but when you have small armies, that's less of a problem because you're probably fighting 100% of your armies fighting 100% of their army. When you get to bigger points, one of the strengths of like Eldar versus Space Marines is the fact that you can kind of like zip around and like focus on just one place of the Space Marines, and they can't get to you because they're too slow. So I think the problem becomes easier when you get to the bigger points values.
Yeah. I think for 500 points, I'm looking at like 2 to 3 big units of scatter bikes and a Seer or a Warlock that gives them obsec.
That's cool.
To back up and support a troop that's super fast, you can screen, you can move them around, you can give them obsec, go for steal points. Armor of Contempt, you've got scatter lasers, you don't care about that. I ignore your AP because you've got no AP.
Yeah.
You're just throwing weighted dice at it, and they will go through.
Yeah,
You just will.
Well, thank you, Nick M. Hey, Titans. Greetings from the 13th colony. Love Liam's take on Voltan. Is there any chance of him playing it? Where else are you seeing in the U.S.?
Well, that's the last part's up to you guys. I'm at your mercy.
Oh, dang.
Well, except for when Bridget says, let's go to a computer museum.
We're not
That's
going to the
not
computer
on the
museum.
cards. We're not doing that.
So tomorrow, after much discussion and argument, without you, just like separately from you, we're going to try and discuss. We're going to take you to San Francisco.
Okay.
Show you around. There's some cool stuff there for sure. Some good food. It'll be nice. And
That's it.
that's it.
And then we're just here,
We're kind of just working and streaming and stuff like that.
just grafting and working the whole time.
We'll have you over at our place and stuff like that. And there's like there's more foods we want you to try.
We're just
That's not like a
mainly
whole day. It's like, hey, let's go.
Just
try
a
this
week
thing.
of eating. I'm a fan of it.
Yeah, exactly.
In terms of Votan, we actually have Joe painting up the army set at the moment. I think I've got 2 army sets we're painting up right now. And I was kind of going to play them by default, simply because nobody in my team wants to play Votan.
Interesting.
No one wants to.
Wow.
Because they all feel like it's a dull play style and everyone in the audience would hate them
Yeah.
for playing Votan. However, I'm thinking about pushing one to Brom because he's rubbish with everything he uses.
Can't possibly fail.
So if anyone can balance Votan out, it's him.
Yeah.
So we'll probably see them on the channel at some point in the near future because we're trying to add every army, but I don't know if I'll play them. Maybe I will. If Brom really doesn't want to, I'll play them.
They're
but
weird. If you leaned into Berserks, that could be your play style.
the problem is, because Joe and I are the only two people that kind of do it full time at the moment, we have to learn all the armies.
Yeah.
So like Brom plays 2 or 3, and then Paddy plays 1 or 2, and Eddie plays 1, and then me and Joe play like 6 each.
Yeah.
So I don't really want to add another one to that.
John and I have the same problem, right? It's just like we yeah. Someone's got to pick them up, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But maybe.
Awesome. Well, nope, not last one for the night. Going back to Omax KO's question about adding Harlequin troops, just to head up, it was 500 points out of 2K list.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great then.
So I think my point stands at that point. I think I'd lean into Wind Riders with some kind of support for things like OBSEC, or I would lean into Dire Avengers, just because they're really good. They've got that cool strat. You can give them OBSEC, you know. You can't take Asierman, which really buffs them up, because you can't take Phoenix Lords in Ynnari, right?
Yeah, that depends who you ask.
I'm pretty sure you can't take Phoenix Lords in Ynnari. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Things got awkward. Well, last one for the night. Thank you, Captain Mannerings, or Ben, right?
Yeah? Know your audience.
On the preview today, it looks like we might be getting Dark Advent. Do you think this is right? And are you excited?
Oh my God, I was just about to say.
Adrian in the
I'm
car.
not claiming new armies. I am going to play the heckins out of the Dark Admech. This is crazy. I think it's Dark Admech.
They didn't confirm Dark Admech.
No.
But
What else could it be though?
I think it has to be.
It has to be. Like oh my God.
I've been crying for it. I said on stream before, I would have rather had Dark Admech and Dark Imperial Guard before Votan,
Oh yeah.
personally.
Yeah, 100%.
And you've seen some sculpts for like Heretic Guard and stuff before in some of the Kill Team stuff.
Yeah.
We know they've been looking at it, right? And so when they did the announcement today, I was like, that's got to be Dark Admech.
Yeah. I mean, to me, like back in the day, there was like 3 armies that were in the lore. It'd be so crazy and so cool if they made them. And it was Custodes,
Yeah.
Admech,
Yeah.
and Dark Admech. It's like, oh, that would be so cool. Like that's like the pipe dream that'll never happen, right? Beyond that, like Plastic Sisters. And here we are. We're getting all that and squats. It's craziness. So I think it is Dark Admech as well. I agree.
Yeah, I think it's Dark Admech. I don't want it to be Dark Admech. Because I just told you I'm playing too many armies.
Yeah.
I don't want Dark Admech.
It's so exciting. Oh my God. Anyways.
That's all.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I was like, what's the what? So I think we do have an element with the new schedule here, Mel.
This one?
Yeah. Hey, there it is. Of course, lots of new stuff coming up this week. Monday in the Mortal Realms, the brand new show. And keep your eyes and ears peeled on what armies we're playing next. We have actually new armies coming in or new battle tomes at least for Sigmar. Tuesday is going to be 2v2, Liam and Bridger versus John and I. It's going to be a ton of fun. Mel is producing.
Good luck.
Because you're the producer for Tuesday's show. So
I am.
yeah, have fun producing our first 5-person show.
Sure, it's going to be no problem. No Mike's issues. Going to be excellent.
It's no problem at all. And of course, lots of exciting stuff coming up throughout the week. Definitely stay tuned for that.
6 streams, that's madness.
It's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
This is.
How are you feeling about it?
So for me personally, I think it's around the same amount of work as I do currently, because it's saying, you know what, we could try to have like side projects and do these other videos, but I think if we turn these into like consistent shows, then it's like the same work, but we can put out more things for people. So I think for me it's okay. I think there are a lot of people in the studio that are picking up a lot more as well. So Mel, they can't see you raising your hand.
I know. I'm saying I'm picking up a lot more.
Yeah, because you're going to be going to consistently producing. So Tuesday and Thursday, Mel's producing, and then Saturday it's going to be Mel and Lindsay kind of taking in turns to produce.
Because
nobody wants to work
neither
every
of us
Saturday.
would commit to every Saturday.
No,
They were
that's
like, we
fair.
want one producer, and we're like, no.
I mean, like, it's impressive.
Yeah.
6 a week is
you.
impressive.
I'm curious.
We
I
haven't
don't see
done
how
it yet.
I don't see how anyone keep. Well, yeah, well, you've said it now, so you've got to. I just don't see how anyone keeps up with that. That's amazing.
I don't know that any one person can watch all this. It's craziness. Well, that's going to do it for us. We can go back to front campers. I miss them. I thanks again for hosting. Liam, excited for their future games.
Oh, I can't wait. This week's going to be amazing.
It's going to be amazing.
I'm still sort of semi-jet lagged,
Yeah.
kind of, but that was also incredible. And
Right.
now we're going to go for more food.
More food.
More food.
More meat.
I know, we'll just eat these on another day. We have more snacks for you.
I think the sugar will just kill him, or he'll just like crash at this point. So, of course, also do check out Liam Dempsey's channel on YouTube. It's amazing stuff, and we're going to be streaming on it very, very soon.
You're too kind.
Try. With that, thank you all so much for hanging out with us. We'll catch you next time on the tabletop. Bye.
Bye.